welcome to Garden Style. So today we're going to learn how to make new plants from plants we already have in the yard. So I'm going to teach you how to dig them up, divide them, and move them around so that you don't have to spend a cent on new ones. So let's go out there, get our hands dirty, and get started. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first perennial that I'm about to give a haircut, and I'm also going to show you how to dig them up and divide them. This particular one is catmint. My kitty, Sir Dudley, just happens to love this stuff. And here we go. So what I'm going to do is hack this back till I see the green. And there's a lot of it. This stuff is very hardy, and it's a really good idea to get out here as early as you can before these get too big. Once we start to get some sunshine, they just start to go absolutely insane. But this is one of my favorite perennials in the yard, due to the fact that they just keep blooming all summer long, right up until the last frost. I'm a true believer that if we're going to spend money on our plants, that we get as much mileage out of them as possible. Now normally I probably would have cut these back in the fall, but honestly it does not hurt them to just die back naturally. It is actually Mother Nature's way of protecting them during the winter from really hard frost. Not that these need a whole lot of protection, but more than anything, they're probably protected from all the rain that we've had this past winter. Record rains. You'll start to see the green appearing. You have to be real neat about it. Just make it so you can get in there with a shovel. Cut a little of the green off, that's okay. These things can handle it. Now in the summertime, when these are in full bloom, it's not unusual for me to walk out here and find my cat laying right smack in the middle of them. He absolutely loves catmint. This is actually an herb that requires full sun. And this particular variety actually won a lot of awards way back when, about 10 years ago, for its not only its hardiness, but for the fact that it just keeps blooming and blooming and blooming. And this one's gotten huge. And he's only been here 3 years. And I moved these from my last property as little specimens. And when they get this size, my goodness, I could probably get, 4 plants just out of one. But I'm probably just going to go with one. I'm going to probably cut it in half. And I will get busy here and start digging this up and show you how to do that. Okay, let the digging begin. Work my way around the outside of this. Keep loosening it up. Look at the size of that thing. It's huge. This is actually a perfect time of the year to do this while the soil's really wet. It's easy to get into them. I just pull them out. Make sure it's loose. Loosey goosey. Here we go. Here we go. Now, for the fun part. I'm just going to rest them kind of flat. I'm going to find the middle in here. And he's been whacked in half. Just like that. I know, it seems like torture. Voila. A whole nother plant. And then what I'm going to do is take this portion of it. I'm going to push some of the soil right back in there. Very rich composted soil. Oh, lots of earthworms. That's a good sign. And I'll put the whacked part of it, the back of it, towards the back of the garden. And then you just work the soil back in around it. These don't require a lot of fertilizer. I just go with the natural composted materials that I originally planted it with. And of course, if you're mulching your beds, which I always recommend, there's probably no need to ever have to come in here and feed these guys. Just tamp them down in there. And then what I'll do is start raking up around it, and I will move the mulch that I pushed off to the sides back to it. Just like this. I still have a lot of raking to do in here. I just wanted to demonstrate to you how easy it is to make new plants from some of your older plants and save yourself a whole lot of money. And in a couple months, it's going to look, this guy will look like I never even touched him. He's just going to come right back. All right, and now I'll take you to the new destination for the other half. Now here's your typical clay soil. That was not an easy hole to dig, but what I did was I had moved all the mulch away and I cut back the weed barrier, and I am definitely going to fortify this hole with some really good soil. Some of my favorite soil, which is Miracle Grow garden soil. It's already got fertilizer in it, like a slow release, which is awesome for transplanting plants and of course starting new ones. So here we go. Okay. So I want this to sit a little higher, just so it gets a little drainage. And of course we'll add the soil around it. And yes, I'm a messy gardener. But the plants don't seem to mind. I'm just making sure that we've got soil tucked in all around the edges here, but that was actually pretty easy. Did a pretty decent job digging the hole. And that is all this little guy is going to need. And I'm going to push this nice mulch up next to it. And that will help keep weeds from popping through where I started stirring up the soil. Voila! Now the cool part will be showing you what this looks like in a couple of months when it's out and doing its thing. So, catmint number 1, I'm going to be transplanting 8 of them over the course of the next couple of days and introduce them to a new home, which is full sun out here. And there you go. That is how you can divide perennials and get free plants and transplant them without them going into too much shock. And of course in the early spring, when we still have a whole lot of rain, I'm not even going to worry about watering him in because I know we've got a forecast of rain in the next couple of days. So we'll let Mother Nature take care of it. Besides, I don't want it getting too wet. There you go, Catmint City. And we've got Sir Dudley out here. There he is. My catmint lover. Alrighty, on to